Hello, Void. How you doing? Phoebe Rizzo back. It's been a little while, but I kind of wasn't watching as many things for a while, and then when I had, I just had been putting it off. So finally, I have a backlog, and it's getting harder to ignore. So away we go. Well, first off, I'm continuing my Friday the 13th binge with Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Yeah, it's not the final chapter. We all know that. But they did actually sort of kind of intend it to be the final chapter. According to the documentary, well, immediately thereafter, the studio said, yeah, keep going. But at the time, for a small shining moment, it was intended to be the final one. Well, so this one, I gotta sort out my mind here because I have watched 3 Friday the 13th since I last recorded, and I gotta make sure I get all this right. So, this one takes place again on the same pretty much weekend as Friday the 13th part 2 and 3, so it continues that stretch there. This one finally introduces the most infamous of Jason's protagonists, whichever you call it, Tommy Jarvis. And, well, it pretty much picks up right where the last one left off, with Jason supposedly dead. This time he goes to a hospital where he fairly quickly just gets back up. If I'm correct on that, because I don't think that happened in. No, that was for number 4. Keep debating what was in 3 to 4. I really should record Friday the 13th ones right after I watch them. Anyway, so Jason kills his way out of the hospital and then proceeds to head back to the lake, coming across a group of friends who just headed up to a lake house to relax, and which happens to be right next to Tommy Jarvis's house. Tommy Jarvis, played by young Corey Feldman. This one also has a very young Kristen Glover as a dorky guy who strikes up with the ladies. So, then the kids come up there to party. The Jarvis family tries to just. Then the daughter is making friends over there. Tommy Jarvis wants to peek at the girls. The mother's just tolerating it all, and a mysterious backpacker enters their lives, who's on the prowl for Jason Voorhees. Now, our continuity continues to get a little strained here as he's up there trying to get revenge on Jason for killing one of the victims from number 2. At least I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be number 2. Anyway, but he seems like he's been up there hunting for Jason for years, despite the fact that this happened all of 2 to 3 days ago. So it's he's a bit anachronistic for the rest of the film. But Jason shows up to do what Jason does, until Tommy Jarvis takes matters into his own hands and fights Jason mano a mano. So this one is definitely of the ones I've viewed so far the bloodiest and most nudity filled. It is it's a time, and that does add a little bit of enjoyable to it. This is the last Friday the 13th for a while that really just threw everything out there before the censors just really started attacking Friday the 13th in particular. So this was the one that I think pushed the MPAA a little too far. So the next couple ones are a little bit more watered down, and that works very well here. Kristen Glover and Corey Feldman are, of course, very good in the movie at their roles. But it's, at its core, still a very basic Friday the 13th film. It doesn't try to push too many envelopes. It knows what it is and what it wants to be, and it excels very well at it. Of the a lot of the Friday the 13th movies, this is actually one of my favorites. It does what it does very well. So, I'm going to give this one, I can't even remember what ratings I've been giving the other Friday the 13th, but this one, I'm going to give it a 7 MacGuffins. It isn't pushing any envelopes, but it just, if you want, if you enjoy slasher movies, this is the enjoyable slasher movie. It does exactly what what it is. It doesn't try to be anything that it's not. It's a simple slasher film, but one that knows how to have fun with that. So yeah, I'll give it. But that also leaves me not too much to talk about with the film because it's a Friday the 13th film. The gore effects are very good in this one. I will say that. But otherwise, at this point, if you're watching the Friday the 13th series, you know what you're getting, and this one definitely delivers on that. Well, thank you, and have a good day.